Hi, how are you doing? This is Pastor Cheryl. Um, we are continuing on with John 6, verses 22, and I'll go down. This is a long thing. It's about the bread of life, and it's a long story, so I'll go halfway through. This will be part one, and then I'll continue on with part two tomorrow. And so, anyway, these are a little 10-minute homilies, and this is all my phone allows me to do. The bread of life. The next day, the crowd that had stayed on the other side of the sea saw that there had been only one boat, and they also saw that Jesus had not boarded the boat with his disciples, but his disciples had gone off alone. Some boats from Tiberias came near the place where they had eaten the bread after the Lord had given thanks. This is when he multiplied the bread. Um, 24. Then the crowd saw that neither Jesus or his disciples were there. They got onto the boats and went on to Capernaum looking for Jesus. When they had found him on the other side of the sea, they said to him, Rabbi, when did you get here? Jesus answered, Truly I tell you, you are not looking for me. You are looking for it not because you saw the signs, but because you ate the loaves and were filled. Don't work for the food that perishes, but the food that lasts for eternal life, which is the Son of Man will give you, because God the Father has set his seal of approval on him. What one can do to perform the works of God, they asked. This is the work of God, that you believe in the one he has sent. What sign then are you going to do that we may see and believe you? They asked. What are you going to perform? Our ancestors ate the manna in the wilderness, just as it is written. He gave them bread from heaven to eat. Trying to keep it someplace where I could see it. Jesus said to them, Truly, I tell you, Moses didn't give you the bread from heaven, but my Father, who gives you the true bread from heaven. For the bread of God is the one who comes down from heaven and gives life to the world. Then they said, Sir, give us this bread always. Jesus replied, I am the bread of life, Jesus told them. No one who comes to me will ever be hungry, and no one who believes in me will ever be thirsty again. But as I told you, you've seen me, and yet you do not believe. Everyone the Father gives to me will come to me, and the one who comes to me, I will never cast them out. But I have come down from heaven not to do my own will, but the will of him who sent me. This is the will of him who sent me, that I should lose none of those he has given me, but should arise them up on the last day. For this is the will of my Father, that everyone who sees the Son and believes in him will have eternal life, and I will raise him up on the last day. Therefore, the Jews started grumbling about him, because he said, I am the bread of life, that he came down from heaven. They were saying, Isn't this Jesus, the son of Joseph, whose father and mother we know? How can he say, I have come down from heaven? Okay, I think we're going to stop there at verse 43. And Cody, stop. And so anyway, we are talking about the bread of life. Okay. And he says he's the bread of life. Now, as you know, in the Mediterranean culture, this is their staple. This is what they eat. We have some neighbors that are from Afghanistan. Here we got a little friend over here. Can you say hi? He's okay. And he they eat bread with every meal. And she asked me for some flour so that she could make bread for the children. They have 6. That's a normal family for people from Afghanistan. And okay, sit. You're gonna catch? Okay. And so anyway, um, they're getting a little confused. Jesus is the bread of life. They talk about making bread, him reproducing the bread, and so tomorrow we will finish up the rest. Meantime, I thought maybe with a little homily like this, we could make some comparisons. I run a potluck. It used to be with a Bible study, but it's potluck and worship. We have some people in our group that just come just for the meal. Like these people were looking for Jesus just for another meal, another free meal. And so they were looking all over because they were hoping to see more miracles and get some more bread. And he knew this. And we have some people in our group that come just for the meal. So, you don't go to church just because they serve a meal before or after. I mean, this is to form a community. And after you have about 50 people involved in the group, then you reduce the amount of potlucks from about once every week to once a month. And this is to form a community of believers because you worship together, you do things together as a community. You do community things for the community. Right now we are putting together and building an outdoor chapel. It's there, but it needs improvement. So, anyway, they some refuse to donate because they don't want their money to go towards the chapel, and some are just coming for food. They're coming for food. And that is the wrong reason to go to church. We know that. We know this. Okay. So, anyway, I will continue on where we left off tomorrow. And here's my little buddy Cody. And he is going for bread. Huh? You going to do some tricks for us? Yeah, there he is. He'll do anything for a piece of bread. Most animals like bread. But anyway, so hit the thumbs up and hit the thumbs up and ring the little bell and subscribe. And we will have a continuation on of the same bread narrative for tomorrow because this is too long to read. Just one little homily setting is just too long. And so, anyway, I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.